So as a guy who wears glasses, who is nearsighted, so if I take my glasses off, I can't see near or far. I just really can't see anything, okay? Um, I'm telling you, the PlayStation VR is by far the most clear VR experience I've had. And I've tried Oculus Rift, I've tried HTC Vive. It doesn't matter. For me, PlayStation VR is definitely head and shoulders above the rest because I do need my glasses on when I want to look at VR. And I wanted to put this video out there for people who wear glasses, who are nearsighted. You know, they say, oh, just take your glasses off. And then there's like a fine tune adjustment and you can move the screen closer to your eye. It is smashing into my damn pupils and I still can't see because I need to wear my glasses. But thankfully with PlayStation VR, I can leave my glasses on and the headset fits just fine over my glasses. And I have absolutely no issue enjoying VR. It looks crystal clear to me and I'm really, really happy that I waited long enough to finally get on board with the Gen 2 PlayStation hardware. So you've probably seen a lot of videos about that, talking about, oh, well, you know, PlayStation came out with a new SKU and it's a little bit better. IGN has a really good comparison of the old one versus the new one, and you can see some of the changes. The biggest change, and the one that I care about the most, is that the Gen 2 hardware has an HDR pass-through. So if you're like me and you have a 4K TV that supports HDR and you have a PlayStation 4 Pro and you want to get those really nice graphics, the old PlayStation VR system would require you to disconnect the VR, constantly reach in the back of your PlayStation or get some kind of third-party switch. You don't have to do that with the new stuff. You just plug it in and it works. If you want VR, great, it's there. If not, don't worry about it. As a matter of fact, the way I have mine set up now, I have the brain box sitting on the bottom of my entertainment system, and my VR is unplugged. My headset I unplug with the cable connected to it, and I put it in a box. And then when I want to play it, I just plug those two ports in the front and I'm good to go. So, you know, a lot of other people did videos talking about, oh, VR is such a chore to set up. I don't know if I'm really in the mood or not. Again, the Generation 2 hardware takes care of all that. So you have glasses, don't worry about it. You get the Gen 2 stuff, don't worry about it. How does it look? How does it feel? Well, it's really, really cool. I've been playing a metric buttload of Skyrim again. And yes, the draw distance is greatly decreased. There is a lot of pop-in. You'll notice a lot more jaggies. It looks like PlayStation 3-esque hardware. But you know what? When you're there, when you put that headset on and you got the Move controllers in your hand and you're exploring the world, it is unlike anything I've ever seen. And I'm really kind of surprised, honestly, that Skyrim isn't being talked about as such a definitive experience because, you know, I look at a lot of the other VR games that are out there, and we bought a ton of them on Black Friday, and a couple come with the box, and I've been picking up a few off PlayStation Plus, but a lot of them are just kind of on-rail shooters, and what makes this Skyrim edition so great is that you can walk anywhere. You can use that teleport feature if you want, where it kind of just, you know, moves you from place to place, or you can just press and hold the button, and you're walking. And walking and looking around and, like, you know, looking down or looking over your shoulder while you're walking straight really gives you a sense that you're in there. And I haven't had any vertigo or anything. The only time I get a little bit of a headache is when I'm trying to calibrate the unit. Like when I first put it on, sometimes it's blurry for me and I have to kind of get the right setting for my glasses, which I ultimately do. Or if there's like some oil on the screen, like because I push the screen so close it hits me in the forehead. You know, that can make it look a little blurry, but I haven't gotten dizzy in terms of like, whoa, you know, my body's not moving, but my brain's telling me. Now, I'm pretty good about distinguishing that. Even with my headphones in, even in that immersive experience, I don't really feel dizzy. My point with that is, even with the pop-ins and even with the, you know, subpar texturing, what an amazing experience. And the fact that you can go anywhere, I think that's really the selling point, that it is Skyrim. You could do anything, and especially like when you're in town and, like, you know, you're walking around, you hear people talking behind you, and you kind of turn around. You're in that environment, and what an amazing, enriching experience. And despite the fact I've played Skyrim so many times and beat it many moons ago, I really want to start over again and really enjoy it in a new light. Even the missions that you do, you know, the, like, very simple fetch quests. those missions still really kind of, take a while to complete because, you don't want to fast travel. You kind of want to just take your time. It's easy to get lost because you're not looking at the map every 2 seconds. But that's kind of the fun of it. Like you're just kind of a person in that world, and it's easy to just get swept up into minutia. And I know that happened on the first Skyrim, but when you're walking around the world, you could spend, just listening to people over talk in the towns, but I mean, just really watching them and listening to them talk and, taking in the ambiance. I mean, I spent like 2 hours just in the opening area, and I'm still kind of floating around there, but really tons of fun. So I really can't say enough good things about this, and I really can't say enough good things about the Generation 2 hardware. So if you're somebody who's on the fence, if you're, somebody who has glasses, like I said, don't worry about it. It worked for me. I am the most blind in the world without these things. So I'm telling you that you can wear your glasses and it will look perfect for you. The Gen 2 hardware eliminates all that unplugging, plugging things in, and Skyrim is an amazing experience. So ringing endorsement for PlayStation VR, ringing endorsement for Skyrim VR. And I want to put this video out there because it's been a while since I've done one, but I've been so busy with Skyrim. So more impressions to follow. My friend Brent's going to be coming by hopefully in the next couple weeks. He'll jump on there and we'll do a crazy podcast, our Game of the Year stuff, and we'll talk all about everything, including Skyrim VR. So stay tuned for that. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Get out there and enter the world of Skyrim once more. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.